or the mountain should crumble.
A 15-year-old discovered singing in a bathroom became a disco legend. A song written in 30 minutes during a poker game became soul's darkest masterpiece.
It's a sin, and we know.
And the number one track, it started with just a bass line and a prayer, then charted twice, 25 years apart, becoming the fourth most played song of the entire 20th century.
Stand by me, so darling.
Number 12, Dark End of the Street by James Carr, 1967.
At the dark end of the street.
Here's what most people miss. Songwriters Dan Penn and Chips Moman wrote this entire song in 30 minutes during a poker break.
Keeps coming on strong. Still.
They wanted to write the definitive cheating song, and they handed it to James Carr before the ink dried.
At the dark end.
Recorded at Royal Recording Studios in Memphis, the track opens with heavy reverb on guitar announcing Carr's entrance.
Always me, hiding in
When he sings those first three words, everything goes silent except the drums emphasizing dark.
the street.
Notice how the arrangement stays sparse, just subtle horns and guitar, letting Carr's tortured baritone carry forbidden love and guilt.
You and me.
It peaked at number 10 R&B and crossed to number 77 pop. But here's the thing. This became Southern Soul's benchmark.
That's where we.
This was late night radio for people hiding secrets.
You and me. I know.
Music that understood shame and desire in equal measure. From Memphis confession booths to Philadelphia's polished heartbreak machine, the sound shifts completely.
Living in darkness to hide our wrong.
Number 11, Break Up to Make Up by the Stylistics, 1973.
Satisfy your woman, you're driving.
They sold over 1 million copies with a song about toxic relationship patterns and made it sound romantic.
Pick up that song we do.
Written by Tom Bell, Linda Creed, and Kenneth Gamble, this ballad from round 2 became their 4th gold disc.
Tell me I'm wrong.
Russell Tompkins Jr.'s falsetto floats over lush strings and gentle percussion, creating that signature Philadelphia international sound.
To make up that song we.
Hear how the arrangement builds gradually, horns punctuating at just the right moments, while the rhythm section keeps everything smooth.
That's okay.
The song hit number 5 on both the Hot 100 and R&B charts, plus number 5 adult contemporary.
That's a game for fools.
Tom Bell's production ensuring it worked across formats.
I'll say it's you.
Released by Avco Records in February 1973, this was car radio music that made couples hold hands despite lyrics describing an endless cycle of breaking up and reuniting.
Break up to make.
While Philadelphia perfected Heartbreak, a Bell Records B-side was burning up Northern Soul floors with pure swagger.
That's a game.
You know what breaks my heart a little? Only 1% of the people who watch R&B vinyl are actually subscribed. 99 out of 100 of you keep coming back, vibing with the grooves, feeling the stories, reliving the voices that built soul itself, but you still haven't hit that button. Think about it. You've spent time here, maybe even rediscovered a song that hit you right in the chest, and yet you're walking away before the next track drops. Subscribing costs nothing, not a cent, but it means you'll never miss the moments that remind you who you were when that record first played. R&B vinyl isn't just music. It's memory. It's heritage. It's the pulse that still beats under everything we love. Don't just listen from the sidelines. Be part of the 1% who keep the soul alive. Hit subscribe, stay, groove, and keep the record spinning with us.
Number 10, I Dig Your Act by the OJs, 1967.
Remember, baby, you put me down, and now you look just
This Kiss Off has more attitude than most number ones.
like the circus clown. I dig your act.
Buried on the B-side of I'll Be Sweeter Tomorrow, this up-tempo stormer features something unusual, an electric harpsichord pulsing underneath the entire track.
Oh, don't make me laugh, girl.
Written by brothers Robert and Stanley Poindexter with L. Harper, the lyrics are pure acid.
Then you left me all alone. Now I get my kick. Watch.
Catch the horn, blasts that punch between verses, and those string arrangements that appeared 5 years before the OJs became international sensations with Philadelphia International.
To get me back. Don't spoil.
The A-side peaked at number 66 pop and number 8 R&B, but this B-side became the one that mattered in clubs.
My new love wants to see you. Oh.
Produced by George Kerr with arrangements by Richard T., this was pre-Backstabbers OGs, showing they had groove and attitude long before Gamble and Huff made them stars.
Just the next so star. I dig your act.
From 1967's underground heat to 1986's smooth mainstream perfection, Billy Ocean knew how to bridge every gap.
To get me back. Ooh.
Number 9, Love Zone by Billy Ocean, 1986.
And each day in your charms.
The title track from Billy Ocean's biggest album, and somehow it gets forgotten among his 80s wave. This ballad hit number 1 R&B, number 10 Hot 100, and number 5 Adult Contemporary.
Wanna give you a little tenderness, letting you know that
3 different charts, 3 different audiences responding to the same moody bass and relaxed groove.
you can live and love.
Co-written by Ocean with Wayne Brathwaite and Barry Eastman, the song came from an album that peaked at number 6 US and number 2 UK, eventually selling double platinum.
Your love.
Right as the drums settle into that mid-tempo pocket, Ocean's voice drops into that distinctive tone that made him one of the era's most reliable hit makers.
Your hand on my shoulder. Come with me, baby. We can go.
Released in May 1986 by Jive Records, this was studio set in romance territory, the kind of song that played during slow dances and late-night dedications.
On my shoulder. And we'll count the stars in the night.
Drop your favorite so far. Let's see if we're on the same page.
Oh, baby, don't you know?
Number 8, Show Me Love by Robin S. 1993. Here's the secret. The version everyone knows almost never existed. Robin Stone originally released this in 1990 for Champion Records, a piano-heavy track that went nowhere. Then in 1992, Swedish DJ Stonebridge added that now famous synthesizer riff, stripping everything back to minimal thump. That remix changed everything. Written by Alan George and Fred McFarlane, Stone's gospel-bred vocals suddenly had the perfect framework. Notice that riff, it's hypnotic, relentless, never stops driving forward while Stone's voice pleads above it. The remix hit number 5 Hot 100, number 1 Dance Club Songs, and number 6 UK. This became one of the defining house tracks of the 90s. influencing everyone from Clean Bandit to Disclosure decades later. Beyonce sampled it for Break My Soul in 2022. From 90s house perfection to 80s dance power that got sampled over 100 times. Number 7, Love's Gonna Get You by Jocelyn Brown, 1985. One a cappella changed dance music forever.
Can't run, you can't hide, you can't.
Produced by John Jellybean Benitez and written by Tony C, this track hit number 1 dance and number 38 R&B. But here's what happened next. That a cappella vocal, with Brown's powerful voice shouting, became the most sampled vocal in dance music history. Snap used it for The Power in 1989. Bizarre Inc. built I'm Gonna Get You around it. Moby grabbed pieces. Over 100 songs have sampled this one track. Recorded at the Hit Factory in New York with backing vocals from Audrey Wheeler and Cindy Mizelle, the original features drum programming by Stephen Bray and synthesizers, creating post-disco, pre-house sound. Brown's voice cuts through with gospel-trained intensity. This was club music that crossed into R&B radio, proving Vocal House could have commercial reach. Real heads know. Drop your top 3 below.
You got me down, running all around this town.
Number 6, Shame by Evelyn Champagne King, 1977. She was 15, helping her mother clean offices at Philadelphia International Records Sigma Sound Studios, singing in the ladies' room when producer Theodore Life walked past. That bathroom moment changed everything. Written by John H. Fitch Jr. and Reuben Cross, the original album version ran 4 minutes. But disco DJs Al Garrison and David Todd created an extended 12-inch remix that emphasized the beat more, widened the drum and bass sounds, and turned it into a 6-minute club monster. That remix peaked at number 9 Hot 100, number 7 R&B, number 8 disco. Catch how the drums snap and the bass moves in that syncopated disco pocket, while King's young voice delivers maturity beyond her years. Gold certified, over 1 million copies sold, and a Grammy nomination. This was disco meeting R&B at its smoothest intersection. From disco's peak to the moment the Miracles proved they could thrive without Smokey. Number 5, Love Machine by the Miracles, 1975. Billy Griffin had impossibly big shoes to fill. Smokey Robinson had just left after 17 years. Then Griffin and Pete Moore wrote this, and suddenly nobody was looking back. 7 minutes of disco funk split into 2 parts, featuring Bobby Rogers' growling vocals. Produced by Freddie Perrin from the City of Angels concept album, this sold 4.5 million copies, the biggest selling single in Miracles history, with or without Smokey. It hit number 1 Hot 100 in March 1976, number 5 R&B, and number 3 UK. Griffin stole Bobby Rogers' ad-libs from Sly Stone's Hot Fun in the Summertime, mixed it with robot lyrics, and somehow kept those classic Miracles harmonies over pure disco. The groove came from bassist Scott Edwards jamming at the session. This was Motown owning disco as completely as it owned the 60s. While the Miracles dominated 1976, Vicki Sue Robinson was making history in one take. Number 4, Turn the Beat Around by Vicki Sue Robinson, 1976. Her producer, Warren Schatz, hated the track after recording it on a rainy Friday. Then the head of disco promotion at RCA walked in and went crazy. That saved everything. Written by brothers Gerald and Peter Jackson, Robinson recorded this September 26, 1975 at RCA Studios, cutting her lead vocal in a single take after laying down her own chorale vocals. Notice the lyrics describing the music itself, making the song self-aware and playful. Released February 1976, it climbed to number 10 Hot 100 and number 1 disco for 4 weeks, earning Robinson a Grammy nomination. The 12-inch extended remix became the version that dominated clubs and eventually replaced the album version. This was disco at its most joyful and infectious. Music that made people move simply because the song told them exactly what to do. If you thought that was fun, wait until Motown made a call to arms sound like a party. Number 3, Dancing in the Street by Martha and the Vandellas, 1964. Marvin Gaye originally sang the demo, but Martha Reeves knew she had to make it hers. Co-written by Gaye with Mickey Stevenson and Ivy Jo Hunter, the song was recorded in just 2 takes on June 19, 1964. That percussion sound everyone wonders about, it's a tire iron hitting an anvil dubbed in after to protect those mahogany studio floors. The song peaked at number 2 Hot 100 for 2 weeks, blocked only by Manfred Mann, but it became bigger than chart position. Released July 31st, 1964, right as civil rights tensions exploded, lyrics mentioned in Philadelphia, Baltimore, D.C., and Detroit, all hotbeds of unrest, made it impossible not to hear as a call to action. Martha later said they wanted people dancing instead of rioting, though the driving beat and urgent energy suggested both. This was Motown's perfect protest song that worked just as well at parties. From Summer Streets in 1964 to Autumn Desperation in 1966, Motown's intensity was about to break boundaries. Number 2, Reach Out, I'll Be There by Four Tops, 1966. Producers intentionally put Levi Stubbs at the very top of his vocal range. They wanted to hear him heard. Holland Dozier Holland wrote it with Russian minor verses shifting to gospel major choruses, creating sustained tension like a bolero. Catch the flute and piccolo in that intro, then timpani mallets hitting a tambourine head, creating percussion nobody had heard before on Motown. Eddie Holland and Lamont Dozier were influenced by Bob Dylan. They wanted Stubbs to shout sing like Dylan did. That line, "Just look over your shoulder," Stubbs threw it in spontaneously, and when producers asked what it was, everyone loved it. Released August 18, 1966, it hit number 1 Hot 100 for 2 weeks, number 1 R&B, number 1 UK for 3 weeks. This was Motown getting experimental, adding operatic tension without losing the soul. Everything we've heard leads to this. Number 1, Stand By Me by Benny King, 1961.
Be afraid just as long as you.
It started with a bass line, just a modified bay-on bass riff, a triangle, and a brush scraped across a snare drum.
I won't cry, no I won't.
Benny King had just left the Drifters despite their number 1 hit. A contract dispute forced him out at the peak. Atlantic Records paired him with Jerry Lieber and Mike Stoller in Los Angeles. King had written a song the Drifters rejected based on the gospel hymn Stand By Me, Father.
Be afraid, oh I won't.
Lieber and Stoller polished it, created that iconic arrangement, and recorded it with King's gospel-flavored tenor. Released in 1961, it peaked at number 4 Hot 100 and number 1 R&B. Then in 1986, Rob Reiner used it for his film, and it shot back to number 9 Hot 100 and number 1 UK for 4 weeks.
Now, stand by me, stand by.
BMI ranked it the 4th most played track of the 20th century, but none of that matters as much as this. When King sings backed by just that bass line and brush drum, you believe him.